What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. The Weekend Classic, the first ever, is here. Almost. It is Wednesday. We're on the precipice of the Weekend Classic. So this video today is going to be what I think are the optimal tips and tricks just to make sure you are ready to go to kick some booty when the Weekend Classic begins. Obviously, I've never played the Weekend Classic before either. It's the first one ever, but this is where my head is at before I approach the mode that's going to give us the most rewards in the history of MLB The Show. Alright, so the Weekend Classic. I will be playing in the Gold 2 League. I am keeping my highest rating below Legend, because I don't think I am mentally or physically equipped to compete on Legend. But Hall of Fame, I'll kick some tush. I'm 18-1 in ranked. We're feeling good. I am looking for these rewards. I am hoping to get to 4 wins, maybe 5. The chase packs at 6 wins are meaningless to me because I'll probably pull nothing of value, but I want those 85+ live series cards. Weekend Classic goes off your highest ever ranking during that current ranked season. You cannot lose games intentionally to lower your rank. Some people still don't realize that. I'm clarifying again. You will also have the opportunity to climb a leaderboard for a top 10 finish, and if you finish in that top 10, you can have things like 75 standard packs, or 30 standard packs, or 20 standard packs with more stubs. You will not be directly going head-to-head with the top players in MLB The Show. That is not how the Weekend Classic is structured. But I promise you, these will be some of the sweatiest ranked games a lot of people have ever played. That might not be everybody's cup of tea, but that is the nature of things when they are in a more competitive setting and you have this level of rewards on the table. So I've put together some tips that I think can help, and we're going to start talking about them right now. This is not necessarily a step-by-step thing. You don't have to do all of these, any of these, some of them. You could pick whatever you like and don't like. But we're talking about optimizing our team to get it the most competitive it can be, so you're ready to go. So the first thing I would do, who is supercharged for the weekend? These supercharges obviously will not carry over through the weekend, but these are guys that are currently supercharged. So there are always going to be supercharged players. I would check to make sure none of them are upgrades over current people on your roster. Why wouldn't you want to use a live series guy, other than Shohei, who's very expensive, who is cheap, that you could just get and plug into your lineup and get an advantage? So check the supercharges. Make sure your lineup is the best it could possibly be. On that note, you're going to want to optimize your roster. Optimize it. This is my starting lineup. I've made it to a point. It's why I purchased Brian Reynolds, because I wanted to have a better left fielder than Anthony Santander, who slides to my DH. But when I talk about optimizing the roster, I'm talking about optimizing your bench. Prepare for every single scenario. So here's what I've done to my bench and why I've done it. This works on my roster. Everybody's bench is going to look different to cover for the weaknesses that you have created on your team. So I have Craig Biggio on my bench. Why? This card is horse piss. It is not good. But I can fully see a situation late in a game where I need to pinch run for Ted Simmons. Ted Simmons is categorically the better catcher. He's the better card. And 65 speed for a catcher really ain't that bad. But you know what's better than 65 speed? 88 speed, Craig Biggio. This is going to hurt my defense, but if we're talking about a bottom of the ninth situation where Ted Simmons is on first and I need to steal, or maybe Ted Simmons is on second and I need to score on a single, I am putting Craig Biggio in. This is a very situational based thing. I'm not doing this in the 6th inning and then I don't want to hit with Craig Biggio ever. I'm making sure that is not a situation unless extras happens in some strange confluence of circumstances. But I have Craig Biggio here just in case we got to run. For Tommy Edman, why is Tommy Edman here? Well, first of all, he's a diamond fielder at his primary of second base. That's important. He also has a little bit of speed, 69 nice. I might try to parallel that up to 70, 71 by the time the Classic starts. We'll see. But he's a lefty masher. And, thankfully, I really don't have many lefties in my lineup. The only one happens to be my second baseman, though. It's Jason Kipnis. Jason Kipnis is not bad versus lefties. He's not. But Tommy Edman is a better fielder, and his lefty attributes are marginally better, even with P5 Jason Kipnis. So late in the game though, late in a game, I will not hesitate to make that move. I am not a platoon guy who in the first inning is going to make that switch. That's just stupid. The whole game could transpire and you might end up facing more right-handed pitching. I do not want Tommy Edman facing a righty. I really, truly don't. But late in the game, I will pull the trigger and make that move. It's also helpful that he can play shortstop and center field, though I don't really see a situation in which I'd need to toy with that. Still an option. I also have David Ortiz on my bench to crush a right-handed pitcher. I don't know if or when that situation will present itself, but I want to stay ready for it in any situation. It's always good to have him there. Lastly, Max Clark. He is my de facto pinch runner, except for Ted Simmons. Ted Simmons' pinch runner is exclusively Craig Biggio. I can also see a world, and I'm anticipating a world, in which Max Clark, because he has 89 fielding, which I might try to get one more parallel up, so he's 90 fielding, 93 arm strength, 90 reaction, 98 speed. He is going to go in and play right field for Mike Trout. Mike Trout has good fielding and arm strength, but his 63 reaction at P5 is very bad. And 85 speed is very good, but 98 is better. So I am preparing for every situation. I do not want to be losing games because of defense. I do not want to be losing games because of stupid slow players. I am ready for anything. When it comes to starting pitching, don't use pitchers you've never used before. The Weekend Classic is not the opportunity to try new guys, unless it's somebody like Roger Clemens, like the outliers. But like if I'm on the fence between new card Mike Messina and somebody I'm super reliably good with, I'm going to use the person I'm super reliably good with. Now is not the time to take risks. And on that note, with your pitching, don't take risks. If they're getting hit around, yank them. Don't waste time. If they touch yellow energy, it's time to pull the plug. I don't care if they're cruising or not. That's how games turn. That's how your momentum and your advantage shifts. So don't do silly things like I do sometimes for content. Make the right managerial decisions. I would also, just in an effort to make my team as good as possible, check the marketplace. I'm not out here suggesting you swipe the credit card for stubs. I'm not out here suggesting you make outlandish purchases. But there might be tiny little holes in your team that you don't realize you can fix for like 15,000 stubs. There might be opportunities to do that. It is worth a cursory glance at the marketplace. Live series guys could help fill some needs that you didn't realize you have. Just check. Just take a look. The next thing you're going to want to do, and I suggest you do this literally right as you're about to play the Weekend Classic, is you do a custom practice. Warm yourself up. Don't go in dry. Pause. Go in feeling confident. Go in feeling like you've got your timing down. Last week, I put out a video on how to warm up for MLB The Show competitive games. Go watch that. Or you could just put your sliders up a couple ticks, go to GOAT mode on practice mode, and get blown back by fastballs until you don't get blown back anymore. That is going to prepare you for playing online. Super easy. The other thing I want you to do, go back to last Friday's video, the 15-pitch challenge. If you can see, I've been trying to slowly prepare everybody for a Weekend Classic and competitive. Yes, it's all intentional. The 15-pitch challenge ensures that you are patient at the plate. It does not advocate for you taking every single pitch. I'm not up here saying take until there's a strike. I hate that strategy. That's not what I'm trying to do when I'm at the plate. But I am sitting on one location, maybe one pitch, and I am not swinging unless I get that pitch. Of course, if there's two strikes, we're in an entirely different scenario. We're going to fight to stay alive. But this will improve your patience and your eye at the plate. This will get you deeper into counts. This will get more traffic on the bases. So then when you do get your pitch, you annihilate it. Instead of a solo homer, it's a 2-run shot. Maybe it's a 3-run shot. Maybe your opponent stops doing certain things and you can lock in on other stuff. It is one of the best methods to improve your approach at the plate. It's not going to turn you into a superstar, but it's going to get you to have marginal improvements. And that's a big deal. Scoring runs in competitive environments is very hard. It's not going to be easy, especially with how sweaty these games are going to be. You're going to see a lot of pitchers you don't like facing. Be prepared to face Aroldis Chapman. Go practice against him in custom practice. But be patient. Wait for pitches. Do not swing wildly. That will automatically make you a better player. My very last point comes along with the patience. It's just relax. If you feel like you just took a couple really bad swings in a row, if you feel yourself getting antsy and not abiding to the 15-pitch challenge, pause the game. Take a breath. Separate yourself for 5 or 10 seconds, and then go, whew, I'm back. Let's do this. You can't do that a lot. Pause timers are shorter from last year. Don't abuse it. Don't forget about it, because you still need to leave yourself menu time so you can make changes if you need to. But once or twice during a game, if you got to just step back and take a breath, a deep one, recenter your zen, I think. Just do that. It will help you. It will make you forget about the bad swing you just took, and it will get you primed for that next good swing that you're about to take. The Weekend Classic is going to be a test of thumb skills, hand-eye coordination, and mental fortitude. A lot of the high-level players are used to playing tournaments like this where it's just game after game after game. Luckily, you're not going to play a lot of those high-level players unless you're in the 1,000-rated division, and if that's the case, you don't need this video. But the rest of us, normal folk, are just trying to survive, and I think these things are going to help. Short video today, but I think a helpful video today, so that is going to do it. If I missed anything, and there's any other tips you'd like to share with the community, please put them down below in the comments section. I wish everybody the best of luck in the Weekend Classic. I hope everyone wins all their games, unless you match up against me, and then I hope to bludgeon you into oblivion. But in the rest of your games, I hope you do great. Thank you guys for being here. Love you guys, and good luck again. See you next time.